Here I am again with 2 more packs of Unlimited Premier. Currently, these are the last 2 packs that I'm planning to open for a little while. Maybe if I see some more packs at a good price, maybe I'll pick some more up and do some more of these videos, because I am thoroughly enjoying myself and also adding to the collection that I started. Oh, what? Probably 20 years ago at this point now. Wait, how old am I? Yeah, maybe even 25 years ago. Lost track of time. Because yeah, this came out in 1995, which was 26 years ago. I think I started collecting shortly after this came out. So yeah, we're gonna open 2 more packs and then see what we get here, and maybe we'll get some more in the future. Again, I'm only missing a handful of cards, so the odds of me actually pulling something that I don't have, slim. But I'm also kind of working on building like a draft cube kind of thing for my home collection. So we'll see. We'll see if I have friends that are into that sort of thing. So we start off with, of course, red cards, interrupts, effects. That's pretty much all I ever opened growing up, so I'm not really surprised. Going back, this is what, the third or fourth video, fourth video, and the very first pack I opened, I pulled a Luke Skywalker, which was just insane. So that just set the bar extremely high, and now I'm back to pretty much where I was when the game first came out, or was first introduced to me. Return of a Jedi, a great card if you have Obi-Wan in your deck. And again, not really something I would ever have until much later. Many sets after Premiere is when I finally got an Obi-Wan Kenobi. Altar is a staple in most decks. Since Altar Control, they pretty much blanket cancel cards. Blaster Rack, I think that was a pretty good uncommon. And Thank the Maker. So, yeah, pretty meh, rare. Reference to one who creates, used by droids in an almost religious way. C-3PO used phrase upon getting a much-needed cleansing oil bath. Yeah, see how that's like super generic? Again, later on, I think they got much better. Let's take a look at the Blaster Rack. What does that have to say? Anything good? Imperial facilities, like the Death Star and garrison bases, have blaster racks at key locations to equip soldiers with weapons like blaster rifles and thermal detonators. And that's hilarious that they mention thermal detonators, because you don't get a thermal detonator until Jabba's Palace. So you got Premiere, New Hope, Hoth, Dagobah, Cloud City, and then Jabba's Palace. So 6 sets. 5 sets later, you get a thermal detonator. You did get a Rebel version, which is like a concussion grenade, but the thermal detonator itself, the name of it, didn't show up until Jabba's Palace, if I'm remembering correctly. We move on to more good things. Some guys I'm watching now are using these. They opened a box of Premiere and made some decks, and having that Destiny Draw 4 just makes it a nice card. And especially if you're encountering somebody like Wooher who throws away weapons and droids. This isn't a weapon, it's a green card, but it's a device. So, like, self-contained, each set is its own thing. But the more you add on, and that was one of the complex parts of this game, is every set tried to introduce new mechanics, and the rules got so ridiculous and so out of control that you couldn't really tell where they were going. Especially towards the end, when they started introducing the prequel trilogy stuff. So you got like Qui-Gon Jinn and young Obi-Wan Kenobi. So you could have a deck with young Obi-Wan Kenobi and then, Luke Skywalker from Return of the Jedi. So you're going from episode 1 to episode 6. And that wouldn't be a problem, I think. I don't know, I never really saw the rules, but I think that's how it works. Because again, I mean, there's so many rules out there. It's not just like, hey, this does this does that. It's this does this, and this does this, and this does this, and this does this. Where I think right now there's a version of the rules out there that is close to 100 pages long, and it's like 4 columns per page or something like that. Maybe it's only 2 columns per page, but still. The rules are very complex and very in-depth. And the more it went on, the more wackier it got. Alright, we got one more pack to open. This is the last pack I'm anticipating opening for a little while. Let's see what we get. I think this is on the longer side of my videos lately. Alright, so we start off with a Jawa Siesta. A Luke's back. It works with the Luke I pulled earlier. Another reactor terminal. I think I said traffic control was a good card. This, I believe, is the dark side counterpart to that. So these are good cards for cycling out. Alright, our next card should be a rare. And it's a Sandcrawler. Hey, remember way back when I did my first pack openings, and I got 2 magnetic suction tubes in 2 of my 3 New Hope packs. So this is exactly what I was talking about. Sandcrawlers are rare. Those magnetic suction tubes I pulled were both Imperial, or the dark side, and this is a light side Sandcrawler. So even though I have 2 rare magnetic suction tubes and this 1 rare Sandcrawler, I mean, I have more Sandcrawlers in my collection, but the fact of the matter is, it was a rare card to begin with. So 1 out of your 15 cards, which is actually just, that's a really high number because there's a lot of different rares. But anyway, you get your rare card that doesn't work with your other rare card because it's not the same set or the same thing. And that was one of the trickiest parts of this game. It's just how the cards interacted with themselves. And it's like, I think they did a set called Young Jedi where they made the main characters easier to get. But yeah, if you really wanted to pull people in, make the main characters easier to get, and then make the cards that work with them harder to get, if that makes any sense. Because like, especially growing up, I wasn't very well off, so I didn't have access to unlimited cards. But when my friends have, good characters, and I have Bupkis that works with, stuff that I don't have, I'm very limited on what I can play with. Later on, like Jabba's Palace was more self-contained. Anything you pulled from there worked within there. But again, it took them way too long to realize that, hey, we need to stop making rare cards work only with other rare cards. Collateral Damage is a decent card. Yavin 4. I think I've pulled many Yavin 4s in these couple of pack openings. And this is a fun one. Gadurfi Stick. Notorious Gaffy weapon favored by Tusken Raiders. Built from scavenged metal. Intimidates and evokes fear. And it's a Tusken Raider weapon. So that was another 2 pack openings. These were actually kind of better than what I was used to growing up. I don't think I saw a Sandcrawler for many times, but it is a pretty unique and interesting vehicle. Can carry 8 passengers. Is very slow though. But yeah, this has been a very enjoyable experience. I look forward to hopefully doing this again, but I gotta look for cheaper priced packs. Thank you so much. This has been fun. I hope to see you again.